Welcome back to the Healthy Skin Coach Show. I'm your host Takashi, helping you get clear skin and preaching to the world why food is the ultimate medicine. Today I'm going to talk about the benefits of fish oil and its anti-inflammatory effects. But first, I'm going to plug my website, thehealthyskincoach.com. If you need help with your skin, nutrition, or inflammation, book a free appointment with me. And now I'm selling my favorite fish oil on my website with 2,000 milligrams of EPA and 1,500 milligrams of DHA, which is a great value for its price. And most of you watching are omega-3 deficient, so you have way too much inflammation built up inside the body, and that will translate to all sorts of medical conditions in the future if you don't address it. So my channel is all about simplifying the complex science and breaking it down so everyone can understand it easily. This chart is the simplest chart that I could find to help you understand the inflammatory pathway. So think about this like it's dominoes stacked side by side. When you knock one down, it knocks the other one down, and so forth. And this all happens in the cell membrane called the phospholipid. So when you have an outside stimulus like tissue injury, or in most cases, the inflammatory foods that you are eating is also an outside stimulus, causing a chain reaction within the cell membrane. So inflammatory foods is your first domino. Your second domino is phospholipase A2. Your third domino is arachidonic acid. And your fourth dominoes, where your third domino can knock down two at the same time. The first one being leukotrienes and the second one being prostaglandins. And this is called a downstream effect. An outside stimulus upregulates or increases more phospholipase A2, which upregulates arachidonic acid, which upregulates leukotrienes and prostaglandins. Now, leukotrienes and prostaglandins are involved in the immune response and the inflammatory pathways, and a normal amount is good because it helps activate the immune system and helps you fight off bad pathogens and bacteria and viruses. But when you eat the wrong foods, you actually overactivate arachidonic acid, which increases leukotrienes and prostaglandins in the body, and you start accumulating these inflammatory chemicals, and too much inflammation causes all sorts of medical conditions. Now, the pharma companies don't want you to know this, and they'll give you a bunch of prescription drugs to help you block these chemicals in this inflammatory pathway to help you reduce inflammation artificially. For example, these anti-inflammatory glucocorticoids are also known as corticosteroids or steroid creams. And what they do is reduce phospholipase A2 so that it downregulates arachidonic acid and downregulates leukotrienes and prostaglandins. Another common drug is aspirin and ibuprofen. And what it does is downregulates the cyclooxygenase enzyme to help reduce the production of prostaglandins. I was just talking to a client today who uses a drug for her carpal tunnel, and the mechanism of action behind that is also to downregulate or decrease prostaglandins in the body. Now, you know what I always say is that food is the ultimate medicine. And instead of blocking these inflammatory chemicals, why not go upstream and block the initial stimulus to the body and to these cell membranes that's causing this inflammatory pathway to occur in the first place? If you can eat anti-inflammatory foods, you can prevent this reaction from happening, and your body will not accumulate leukotrienes and prostaglandins as much. Most people don't watch their diet, and they're building up all these inflammatory chemicals. Now, too much of leukotrienes is tied to medical conditions like asthma and allergies and eczema and heart disease, which is the #1 cause of death, and metabolic disorders, and the deadly cancer, including colon cancer and prostate cancer and pancreatic cancer and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, and also neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Guess what? Too much of prostaglandins also have the same story. It's been linked to allergies and cancer and migraines and menstrual cramps, celiac disease, ALS, and depression and Alzheimer's. Prostaglandin levels were 5 times higher in the brains of Alzheimer's patients compared to healthy individuals of the same age. So, I think you get the point that when you have too much inflammatory chemicals in the body, it leads to all sorts of medical conditions. So, how do you prevent that from happening in your body? Well, you have to include fish oil in your diet, specifically EPA and DHA. So, a University of Michigan biochemist named Dr. William Smith found that omega-3 fatty acids have anti-inflammatory effects and helps lower prostaglandins by competing for the same binding site as bad omega-6 fatty acids on the cyclooxygenase 1 enzyme right here. So bad fats like omega-6 fatty acids that are contained in the typical Western diet upregulates prostaglandins, while the good fats in omega-3 fatty acids compete with this enzyme to reduce prostaglandins. And here's another study from the Department of Rheumatology of Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, titled Leukotrienes, Fish Oil, and Asthma, and they found that fish oils limit the leukotriene synthesis and biological activities by substituting substrate fatty acids as alternatives to arachidonic acid. So back to this chart, the omega-3s in fish oil act as a substitute to arachidonic acid, helping to lower leukotrienes as well as prostaglandins, which ultimately helps you reduce inflammatory chemicals in the body and lowers your risk of all sorts of medical conditions, including heart disease and cancers. So I hope this was helpful. Go to my website, thehealthyskincoach.com, and order your fish oil today. This is the one that I take, and it's my favorite, and it's packed with EPA and DHA that will help you optimize your health, help you reduce inflammation, and extend your lifespan. All right, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave me a comment below if you have any questions on inflammation, skincare, or nutrition. Stay safe and stay healthy. Until next time, Taco is out.